one of the challenges we find as nutritionists about Indian food is that they are too high in carbs, and or rather the other way to put it, will be too low in protein. So, what are some suggestions do you have on this regard for both vegetarians and non-vegetarians?
Yeah, my suggestion normally to people is just start eating everything. Because I'm such a food lover, so I'm like even now I have a food club and all. I'm like, guys, if you're food lovers, you should at least try everything. Eat chicken, mutton, beef, pork, whatever is available and legal to eat, just eat it. But I think, um, like, yeah, if you eat meat, it's not really a problem to get your protein in. I think when it comes to being vegetarian, again, now in India, we have this pure veg stuff where, like, I will not eat egg also. So I think in that case, like, I think most people are just left with soya chunks as their sort of protein source.
Paneer and cheese is basically.
Yeah, paneer also, I mean, you have to now source out that high protein paneer and eat that because otherwise paneer is as much fat as it is protein. You know, the tasty paneer is mostly fat. Like you go to Punjab, Sindh, and you buy his paneer, you can eat it like plain without anything. It's so good. So
Yes.
yeah, obviously you want to then sort of have like if you're having that much fat as well, that's a lot of calories. So you have to either get high, protein paneer, or you will have to try and find like a reduction of carbs or something to balance that out.
Right. And one thing that's been missing in our folks is meal prep, right? That's like an alien concept to our folks, like meal prep.
Yeah.
So, could you shed some light on this aspect? Like, how do we prepare our more meals, and like how do we plan beforehand so that we can get a healthier meal?
Right. So I think that one thing that I think the reason meal prep and meal plan is very alien is also because in India there's a uh, without getting too much into the social and social aspect of it, we're a very patriarchal society where women are relegated to the kitchen. So most people are like, "Khana mil jayega ghar pe," like mummy is there to cook for free, wife is there, girlfriend is somebody is there to cook for you. So this idea of needing to prepare food in advance is something we don't understand. Like in the West, you don't have help. You don't if you want to cook food, you have to either cook it yourself or hire a company or go out and eat. There is no mummy sitting at home to cook for you. There is no wife who's your housewife who's going to sit and make all your meals for you. So we have that. That's the reason people don't really meal prep here. The other thing I think is also because there's a lot of misinformation, a lot of lack of scientific understanding about food and food safety, and people have these mental blocks. I can't eat kal ka khana. It's like I want fresh food today. Like if it's not made, I'm throwing it in the fridge. I'm throwing it away in the kachra. So that all these attitudes which come from our cultural upbringing and all, those are actually barriers to meal prep. The thing is, if you've got somebody in the kitchen cooking every single meal for you, you don't need meal prep technically. You can just figure out what you want to eat and focus, like you said, on focus on the protein. The other stuff can fall into place. But for people who don't have that luxury, yeah, meal prep works out great because it's something you can do. And I think a lot of people are starting to do it now. But again, like I said, the barriers of like I want fresh food every day, or I want to eat different food every day, and somebody is there to cook it for me. That all kind of comes in the way of meal prep. But I think because we have, uh, like, I think dieting itself is like a privileged person's activity, so to speak. I think your average Indian who's working a blue collar job and traveling in the Mumbai local, their like diet is not even there. Like they're like, I need to make bread and butter. But people who have more uh, sort of a more privileged life, they think about this. Oh, I need to check my health. I need to check this and that. And then, yeah, you get into meal plan. There are companies because of that. So, these people can afford to pay companies. So you have your like food darzies and your
Right.
meal prep kitchens who will send you meals every day, which are macro counted, calorie counted, and all. So I think it will take some time. I don't think it's going to become like a thing every Indian does, and I don't think it's something you'll be able to convince them to do also. But I think you can definitely, the ones who are more health conscious will start to obviously do that.
So, what sort of meal prep do you do? Like, you have any tips which you can share with those who are interested?
Yeah, so when I meal prep, what I like to do is I like to just so I'm one of those people who, despite being a food lover and loves to eat food and lives to eat, I'm happy to eat the same lunch from Monday to Friday. So Sunday I will sit and I will cook my chicken, vegetables and rice, and I will just portion it out, or I will, weigh it out in a big container. So uh, and by now I've got all the maths down any which way. I'll buy 500 grams of chicken. Every day will be 100 grams of chicken. Every day will be 100 grams of rice and 100 grams of vegetables. So I'll cook that much. I'll put it in a box, and every day when I'm eating my lunch, I'll weigh out my food. And if I need to travel somewhere or whatever, I can always put it in separate Tupperware containers. So I can just take the container out, microwave it, and I'm good to go. So
Right.
that's
So
generally,
essentially,
yeah.
essentially, variety is the enemy of eating healthy.
I mean, it makes it harder, but again, like today, because you have YouTube and all, you can find like a video for everything. So even if you're one of those people like, okay, I don't want to eat the exact same dish every day, there are so many YouTube videos where there are guys who show you like, okay, so on Sunday we will cook you this full chicken, which you will shred and you will make, and then you will do these other four things, and then you just vary it up with sauces and these things, and you essentially get a varied meal plan also. I think the amount of free resources available uh, are plenty. So everyone today can have that access to the information. So you don't have to hire a dietitian or a nutritionist to give you that meal plan. So, money is not really a excuse anymore. Like you have all the,
Even
yeah,
even Chat GPT does a fair job.
yeah. I mean, they're basically taking your nutritionist info and giving it to your clients, potential clients for free.